Okay, so I know that most of you guys who sim race want to get into getting into battles right away, but I feel like you guys are skipping a lot of key steps before you're really at the driver skill level to be able to do that. So I want to give you a simple model to think about before you just start racing people. So I've got this model that I like to call the speed pyramid. And the thing about the speed pyramid is it's a simple model to help you figure out kind of where you are so you don't skip steps too fast. Most sim racers try to skip steps and then they find themselves struggling because they don't have some of the core skills. So step one on the speed pyramid is, can you be safe on track? Like, do you know the racing line? Like, do you understand the concept of the racing line? Can you find the racing line on new tracks that you haven't been to before? You know, do you understand kind of the purpose of the line and how to adjust on the line? Can you do a lot of laps without crashing, right? If you can't do 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 laps without crashing, how are you going to be able to do races? So you need to be able to have the safety skills first to be able to do the other thing. Stage 2 is, can you be fast on track? Like, can you maximize the use of the car? Like, do the words weight transfer mean anything to you? Do you understand how to use the brakes to turn the car rather than just to slow down? You know, you don't need to be the absolute fastest person on the track, but you need to be able to know how to make the car go fast before you're able to get to stage 3. Stage 3 is the attractive thing. That's the thing that everybody really wants to do. And those are, do you have the racecraft skills? Like, can you identify when an opponent is offline? Do you know how to brake early when following other cars? Do you know how to brake early when you're offline? Do you know how to defend without giving up too much lap time? Do you understand how to not sacrifice too much time going too wide when you're trying to complete a long race? Like, those are the more sophisticated skills that if you are able to drive quickly, then you're able to battle other people. But most people skip one of those stages. So they're just driving really badly, and then they try to race other people, where if your opponent has any sort of general driving skill, they just get away. So you're not really racing them. And you kind of bounce up and down between the stages as you are figuring out your way around new tracks, or, you know, you're kind of getting a feel for a car that might be new to you, or just you haven't raced in a while. But you need to kind of break these down into these kind of 3 simple parts so that you can really be confident in your ability to do the next thing. So like when I'm driver coaching and I'm working with people, I typically check to see where they are on the speed pyramid first before we really start to dig into sophisticated things like data or other things. Because like, if they can't do 5 laps in a row without crashing, we're wasting our time, right? If they can't get the car to go a certain pace, or if I can't get them to understand certain concepts of car control and how their inputs are balancing or unbalancing the car, then the rest of it doesn't matter. So by being able to kind of put them in a simple model in the speed pyramid, you're able to have a more honest conversation of kind of where you are, and then focus on the right things.